Let's go live to our Sky News political contributor now, Chris Uhlmann. What a treat for me to have you on the program, Chris. Great to see you. There's so much to talk about. Let's start with US politics because it is quite a spectacle this week, but it matters in the frame of things if Kamala Harris can maintain that momentum. We know she's got the money behind her from the Democrats, but can she win in those 6 swing states? Well, that is the big question here, especially when it comes to her strength on the economy.
Yeah, Laura, there are a lot of questions that remain about Kamala Harris, and she's yet to answer them in any kind of press conference or any kind of long-form interview. And clearly the package at the moment looks very good. The Democrats absolutely made the right decision in getting rid of Joe Biden. I was in Washington when that decision was being made. But interestingly, behind the scenes, talking to some of the Democrats then, as they were trying to blast Joe Biden from office, the concern about Kamala Harris was that she was a fragile candidate, that she wasn't much good, that she didn't do a good job on border protection. Now, they've made the right choice, but they have 75 days to go before the election. 75 days and 11 hours and 50-something minutes at the moment, and a lot can happen, as you know, in that time, Laura. Maintaining momentum is what matters.
I'm glad you're watching the clock for us, Chris. Yeah, you're right. Kamala Harris, before she became the presumptive nominee, you couldn't find many Democrats inside Washington that had great things to say about her. The reaction to her was lukewarm at best. But then I think she perhaps even surprised herself. She definitely surprised a lot of her colleagues. But has she been pressure tested? That's a question. You point out that she hasn't done any media interviews and she hasn't put herself up to scrutiny. And you'd have to say that Donald Trump is rattled at the moment. So there's going to be a lot of hubris in that room there in Chicago at the moment, but a lot can happen in 75 days, can't it?
Yeah, and you're dead right. What she's done is reverse the pressure. Donald Trump is now feeling the pressure. He clearly wasn't feeling any pressure at all with Joe Biden in the chair, because the man honestly looked like a walking corpse, and it was getting worse by the day. And when the scales finally fell from the Democrats' eyes, they recognised that they needed to make some kind of radical change, and Kamala Harris was essentially the only person that they could really throw to. I thought it was interesting at the time that there was silence from the Obamas for a couple of days about that. I don't know that she was their first choice, but now they are right behind her. Now the momentum is behind her. What they need to do is to make sure that that continues. And I'm sure one of the reasons why there's been no press conference or no long-form interview is she will at the moment be being schooled in absolutely everything by the people around her. They will try and make it as safe as they possibly can when she does face that kind amazing
Imagine the politics behind the politics. Thanks for reminding us about Obama's silence in the days after she became the presumptive nominee. Now he's the headline act today. Perhaps the Obamas just like to pick a winner.
Yeah, and look, the other thing too, it's not just Barack Obama, but Michelle Obama is extremely important in the United States. And there was some talk for some time, and I thought that this would have been the absolute slam dunk of a move, that Michelle Obama would come out as the candidate. And if that was the case, I would think that you could possibly put your glasses down. She is among one of the most respected people in the United States, which doesn't have a lot of respect for anyone that's still alive. Apparently on that list, by the way, the #1 most respected person in the US that I saw is Martin Luther King. He's been long dead. And by the way, I thought the interesting demonstrations outside this conference, don't forget Chicago 1968. The demonstrations that we're seeing at the moment outside this Democratic conference are tame. The streets essentially ran with blood in 1968 outside Chicago. So if they stay the way they are at the moment, I think the Democrats would be pretty happy.